Good afternoon. I'm Thomas. This is Owen.
Good day.
And today we're joined by Alex, who is going to be joining the main group.
Hello.
And right now we are about to leave town to head up north to investigate the weird black gooey things. Um, the things with the black blood. I'll put it that way. It took forever to set up, and I had to go through a lot of stuff because it's been longer than I would like since we've last done this. But we finally
Same
got
here.
everything good. We're gonna try to move a bit quicker today because there's less detailed stuff to go through, and I want to actually get to something. So, at like the first part, you guys head up. Yeah, I guess I'll just get started. So,
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
beginning, you guys are just heading up. You got your new jumpsuit from Constant. Um, Rain has his own stuff. He doesn't need anything really.
mhm.
Constant has his stuff. He's good. He's got ammo and all that. Um, and you guys are just heading north. You make it to the forest and you go through the paths. You find yourself. Uh, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. You find yourself at the wreckage of the uh, the convoy that you found Rain at, and you decide to just go past that because it looked like all of the commotion was still coming from the north. So Constance shows you some more paths beyond that, and you are just traveling through the forest for a while. You left at about noon, I think. And
Yeah, I remember it was earlier in the day.
it's about like 2 or 3. It's like mid afternoon. Um and you've shoot. How is this going to happen? Um you start to see things looking a little sickly. And there's a weird number of dead animals around you. And you can see small animals like rodents chewing on the dead animals. You see carcasses of what looks like deer chewed on by wolves, and you it looks like there are wolves that have been chewed on by something else. Um, and so you kind of get the idea that you're heading in the right direction. Uh, the map is not quite accurate. Okay, I'm going to have to move the map down. Um,
Oh
such
yeah,
a pretty map. Didn't we do a great job with it?
it's
So
perfect.
I'm gonna go like that.
Isn't it just
Um,
so clear what any of this actually
so
is?
the the town to the northeast that you had heard of, it's generally in this direction, but you don't know how far it is exactly. You find yourselves. Rain maybe could use a little bit more detail with his little character, but that's okay. Um,
Brown stick man.
so you guys are about here, and you you can see that the forest, after all of that weird stuff, the forest thins out for a little bit, and then it starts to look sickly. It starts to kind of smell bad. It kind of like decay and kind of like something else. And you start to see splotches of dark colors on the trees themselves, and then you see black goo clinging to the trees for a little while, um, until after a little bit, there's a substantial amount of black just everywhere. It's about 4 o'clock by now, uh, and you see that it's just starting to get more and more dense with the stuff. Um, when your first sign of life appears, uh, this whole part is a little bit more open ended. Let's just say. So I have basically nothing, none of the specifics I have prepared ahead of time. But you see what looks like a hairless deer, basically. It's the same gray as some of the other creatures you've seen, and the hairless deer is just kind of wandering around, followed by a few hairless dogs. They're gray. Their eyes have turned black when, I mean, like the deer, they're probably already black for the most part, but they look more black now. And the dogs, their eyes look black. Everything is black and slimy looking. You can see in the side of the deer there's a wound leaking black ooze. And as you've spotted them, they haven't spotted you. They don't seem to really know what they're doing. But
Hmm.
that's where we'll start off.
All right. Well, I think it's time to set up my LMG straight off. Actually, how far am I from them?
Well, it's a fairly loose forest, so you're like 40 feet.
40 feet.
The visibility isn't great, but it's not terrible either.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up my LMG, then carefully aim my shots at their heads, hopefully. Like at the deer's head, and then maybe I'll swivel to the wolves if I have the time.
All right.
And then
Um,
obviously I want constant priestman behind me. Rain does whatever the heck he wants. I don't know much about him yet. I don't know.
uh, Rain's standing behind a tree.
Okay. Yeah, open fire.
All right. Do you go full auto?
For the first few shots on the deer, I'm gonna aim for the head. Against the wolves, I'm full auto.
Okay. So the you shoot the deer, one clean shot in the head, and it stumbles but then runs at you. And the dogs take off after you immediately. Um
Oof.
Constant gets a shot off, and he takes out one of the dogs with his holy shotgun. Oh,
Nice.
actually, you know, I think you guys forgot to like see if you could have any holy items. You kind of missed
Oh
that.
yeah, we're gonna bless them, and then we had to go and get into a fight right away. So we didn't have
Yeah.
time.
So
So
Constant's the
it's
only
too
one
late
that
now.
has. Yeah. So I mean, that's what Constant does. He just shoots one of the dogs, and the dog drops like a stone. Um, Rain um takes a shot at the other dog, and it's this kind of the same thing. It hits the dog. The dog um falls and rolls, but then gets back up on its feet and keeps running.
Hmm. How close are they now?
Um, all this happened very quickly, so I'd say about 30 feet. They made it 10 feet.
30 feet. All right, full auto on the deer then.
It uh how many shots? How many shots in the burst? Or is it just going to be until it falls down?
Until it falls over. If it gets back up after that, then I probably want to back away. But for now, I just want to knock it over at least.
You've shot off write this down by the way. You've shot off about 7 shots um by the time that it starts to fall, And once it does drop, it looks like it's just out. It seems to be done.
Yay!
Um, in
All
this
right.
time, Rain he does get another shot off, and he it looks like he wants to run at them.
Well, I don't know about
Um,
that plan.
so the second dog, he shoots at the second dog again, and it falls down. It looks like it's having a lot of trouble to getting up. It looks like something inside of it is done for. Like it just broke. Um, and while it wants to get up, it doesn't seem like it can. The
Right.
deer hasn't moved. You've spent 8 shots, unless you just keep shooting it after it falls.
No, I think it's time to join Rain. Mostly, I think most of them are gone, right? Or how many wolves are there?
There were two.
There were two. Yeah, so then I can just run in with my oversized handgun and finish them off.
Um, well, the one is already dead. It hasn't moved since Constant shot it.
Yeah, and
Um,
the other two are like writhing on the ground, aren't they?
uh, the deer is the deer is dead, or it appears to be dead, and the last dog is trying to get up.
Yeah, finish it off then. Just blast him. Actually,
Um,
maybe I can beat him with a stick.
Rain Rain sees you reaching for your gun, and he just kind of goes, "Hold on," and he just walks up to it and stabs it.
Even
Um,
better.
it and it dies. It looks like he has some sort of um, ability with holy magic or something on his sword, because it at at no point has it been adversely affected by the blood or anything. Uh,
Mm.
uh,
You gonna say something?
um, I'm just removing ammo from your inventory.
Oh, okay.
192. Okay. Yeah, that's the fight. It wasn't super exciting. You just found some stuff, although you did make a lot of noise. So,
I suppose.
we'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess.
For now, I want to get my guns blessed if I can, and then keep moving. The holy shotgun did good things, I think.
What do you say?
Can you make my guns like that, priest man?
He just goes, "Oh shit, I forgot." Rain says, "Can we do that later? I don't like having made all this noise."
It's like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll get moving.
All right. Uh, I don't know. Do you want to just move on and hope that whatever may hear us just comes to this area, or do you want to try to find some place safe?
I'm probably gonna get a bit of hustle and bustle moving forward. Probably better to get out than just hide.
Sounds good to me. Constant, can you bless on the run? Constant just goes, no, no, I can't.
Nah, gods aren't happy with that. Why would that work?
I'm old, damn it. Can barely keep up as it is.
Some random old guy to cook with me. I still find that funny.
Rain just goes, whatever. So you guys keep moving north. Um, you do you do run into what looks like a road. It's not as big as the old elf road, but it's a road nonetheless. It's not paved, it's not cobbled. I guess it how would you pave it? You guys, no,
Yeah.
you guys would pave it easily. This is, I forgot what time
Yeah.
period
You
we're
fool.
operating in. Medieval technology with all these guns.
Of course, yes.
But
I've
yeah,
I've made that
it's,
mistake too. To be honest.
you know what? What the heck? It is paved. It's
All
just
right.
really small. It's like an old British road. You don't see
Oh.
anything on it, but hey, it's a road. It
Hmm.
looks like the trees have been cleared a little ways away. There's like 20 feet on each side.
Ooh.
Um, so at this point, you would at least see anything coming. So you gonna do anything with it or just ignore it? Your
Is
call.
it is it along the way that we're going?
It's also heading kind of perpendicular to the perpendicular. No, parallel to the elf road.
Parallel to the elf road.
Yeah,
Okay, so then
you do know that the elf road eventually, if you keep heading east, the elf road turns northeast. But this one, as far as you can see, it just heads east and west.
down the road, can I see if it's like more dead either which way? It's like
Um, it's it does appear to be more dead towards the west. Um,
west it is.
okay.
Onward to adventure, men.
It very clearly, the south side looks less dead than the north side, but it is more towards the west.
No, we're here to save the day. I know where we have to go.
Okay, west it is. Um, it's probably only well, as you go, it keeps getting more dead, but it is getting more dead kind of slowly. You can um let's say as it as long as you just keep moving, like that's your point, your idea, right? Just keep moving until it stops looking more dead.
No, like we're going into the area where it looks pretty dead, so then we can try and kill the things that are making a problem or whatever is happening.
Um,
And then
well, Rain, his whole thing is he just wants to investigate. Um,
yeah, so we have to find out where it's coming from.
um, okay. Hmm. Now, at this point is when I try to decide what has been happening while you've been doing that, and I think I might know.
Alex
Yes.
going to start existing?
So, um, you guys, you guys have walked about a kilometer. Like it's taking you what, 15 minutes? Um, when it's at this point, things look pretty dead. That all the trees basically look dead. They have all of their leaves, but they're all at best brown. You can see like one or two green leaves here and there. Then there's a lot of black just everywhere, just on the ground, on the pavement, definitely on the trees. You can see piles of rotting dark goo in chunks, bones sticking out. You can see rats scurrying around all over the place, but they all look sickly and like they're dying. Um, you haven't seen any other large animals, and the rats don't seem to be interested in you. They seem to be basically unaffected, really. Other than them, dying. But it's for the most part, they're fine. They're just enjoying having lots of stuff to eat. Um,
Of course.
and you start to hear what sounds like an engine behind you. It sounds like a single truck. Like it's you hear diesel.
Hmm.
Um,
Go
do you
stop and look over at it.
Cool. And while you do that, I'm gonna go pee. I
It'd take a real long time to look at it, huh? Just a minute long segment where you have like an image of a truck slowly getting closer while you're gone.
I don't actually know how to do that, unfortunately.
Ah, come on.
My
There's got to be
editing's
some way
I
you
could
can do it.
try. Depends on how much energy I have while editing, I guess. But yeah, I need to pee. I drank a pre-workout, and that makes me need to
All
pee
right.
like crazy. So we'll take a quick intermission. Get Alex ready.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, truck behind you. Um so you stop
I'm
and
about to be
look.
struck by a vehicle.
Huh?
I'm about to be struck by a vehicle.
Um
Yeah, lump is shaped like a dwarf.
so you stop to look behind you, and you do see a little truck, or the truck is little to you because it's far away. You see a truck. It's coming towards you.
Okay. Just like look at it a bit and then keep going. I mean, it's a road. Trucks drive.
It catches up to you quickly. Um
That makes sense.
yeah. They are confused that you're there though. They stop and say, "Hey, who are you? Why are you here?"
I don't know. Forrest is dead. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Uh, want to
I
ride?
look at him like, "Any guesses? Yeah, sure. Why not?"
Where you going?
But the forest is even more dead.
Oh, well, shit. Uh, I,
Just trying to figure out what's going on, man. I don't know.
I guess we're headed that way too. Hop in the back if you want. Constance's
All
like,
right.
please. I'm so tired. So they stop. There's only room for maximum 3 people in the front, since it's a bench seat. But
Oh yeah.
in the back, they open the back doors, and they've got they've got two other guys. They're just normal human looking guys. It looks like they're military of some sort.
Oh.
They've got just inter. Do they have intermediate rifles? No, they've got full on battle rifles. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
This
This
world
Dieselpunk.
doesn't favor
I'm
intermediate
of
weaponry.
course. They gotta have like big old guns.
Imagine FALs or M16s, whichever one. It's either way. That's basically the idea. Um,
Nice.
and they're both sitting on just benches on the side of the um on the side of the box, because it's just a, like, imagine military box truck, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
But in the back is a cage, and in that cage you see a very buff looking elf.
I stare at him.
He What does
Stare
he
at him
do?
angrily.
Buff elf, what do you do?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm staring at you angrily. Ask them to help free me from the cage.
You
I
just you
squint my
just stare
eyes.
at him and
Why?
say, free me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I squint and ask why. I respond that I might be able to help with whatever you're doing. To help with something.
The guy on the left
I
goes,
squint
please
more and
don't.
ask how. What?
The guy on the
I
left.
ignore that guy and
Aw,
squint more and ask how.
how do you free? You know, what does he have to
No,
say?
how can he help me? What do you say, Elfman? How can you help? How can I
Oh, I
help?
see.
I'm really good with fire.
The guy on the right goes, that's why he's in here.
I asked what he did.
The guy on the left goes, are you gonna get in or not?
Oh, I'm not in the truck yet? Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, I get in.
The three of you are just standing there. Okay. The guy on the left, should I give them names? No, I'll just say lefty and righty for now. Lefty helps up constant. Rain just jumps up.
Makes sense.
And you guys start moving.
All right.
Okay, what were you guys talking about? I forget.
I was asking why Alex is in there.
Oh, right, yeah. He said he's good at fire. So the guy on the right starts to explain. He says, "Listen, I know this might look bad, but this guy, he's pretty well known in Valence and very well known in the elf parts, or so I've heard, because he likes to set things on fire a lot, and they the elves just gave him to us. I don't know why it's above my pay grade, but we're supposed to drop him off in the most blighted part and just leave. Uh, that's what we're doing. He's dangerous, and dangerous person, dangerous area. We I think the higher ups just figured it's a good match. They'll burn themselves out, pun intended.
Our response said I'm not that dangerous. All I did is burn down a couple forests in Elven lands. In Elven lands? No wonder they hate you. That's where they live, man. No elves died in my fire, so I shouldn't. That's why I'm not getting executed. I suddenly smile at him. It's an elf who hates elves, man. I accept this man.
Cool. I'm sure you do the commando. Um, what's it called? All I know is can think of as DAP. The commando handshake, we'll say.
Yeah, I respond that I prefer.
But
it's not that I hate elves; it's that I prefer fire more than them. Close enough, man.
So the guys in the back just ask, like, do you want us to just drop you off at the same place as this guy? Because we want to get the hell out of here.
That sounds like a good idea to me. I mean, this is what we're here for.
Just go, whatever.
I then ask if they're going to let me out of the cage.
You can feel the truck turning left. Right, sorry. You can feel the truck turning right.
Alright. I also have a question. Is my magic restrained at all?
Presumably?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let you just burn them alive. They're in the same areas.
How do you activate your magic?
How do I activate my magic? How does the magic work?
Well,
I just kind of activate my magic. Just for smaller magic, I can just kind of use it without doing anything. But for larger magic, I need to chant a bit.
Sounds good. The magic is pretty open-ended at this point of the world's development. So you can basically just say you do whatever, and if I think that doesn't work, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'd assume that the cage is like magic barrier or something, and that's just how prisons are in this world.
It's the manacles.
Oh yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah,
wizards always have manacles on. That must suck.
You don't have, you don't have access to your magic right now.
Okay. You gotta wait. What else do I have on me?
You're just wearing your leathers.
Okay. That makes sense. So I ask if they can let me out of the cage. I promise I'm not gonna burn them.
Righty just says, not yet.
I really thought they were just gonna be like, point and laugh, fellas. I'd have joined in. They were very specific. We're letting him out in the worst area, and that's it. Why didn't they just let you go right away?
Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
thought they might let me go because
You're a
not like
criminal, man.
it's not like they actually had much of a strong purpose. I was just kind of given to them by the elves.
You're a famous criminal at that. No way they let you out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know what you expected, dude. Anyway, yeah, we wait to get to the area.
Cool. You
I
travel
almost
for
want to
like,
know,
huh?
I almost want to know what my companions think of all of this. Do I have anything to say about that?
Um, Rain and Constant. I was thinking about that as you were going back and forth, and Rain and Constant are very nonplussed. They don't seem to really care.
Okay.
Constant is just happy that he's off his feet, and Rain is, um, let's say he doesn't express himself very much.
Also, I also ask if I can just join them after we get at our destination.
Which is
I
like,
mean,
can I hang out with you guys?
yeah. Oh, and after that, I ask them what their names are.
Oh, Alex, by the way, actual like direct quotes is a lot easier to keep track of.
Okay.
So if you go like I say this, then try to keep that to things that are like I explain this story or whatever. You know, things that you're just trying to condense it down.
Okay.
Because just
Yeah.
follow Owen's lead with that. He's been doing really well because it makes it easier to, for me anyway, it makes it easier to keep track in my head of who's talking to who.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Owen what his name is.
All right. I explained to him, my name is Colgan. This is Constant. And this is Rain. Understood?
Rain, Constant goes.
Okay.
Constant says hi, and Rain nods his head.
I respond, "Hello, Kogan."
Kogan? That's not my name. You already failed the test, man. Oh, I trust this guy.
I respond, "Hello, Cole." Ask what your name is again, because I forgot.
It's Colgan, darn it.
Okay, say hello, Colgan. I'm Althorn.
Althorn? That's an interesting name.
It's my last name.
Are all you elves like that?
Hold on.
I'll tell you my first name once we arrive at our destination.
Yeah.
Why? Why not now?
Honestly, I kind of forgot what my character's name is.
You forgot your name.
Nareth Althorn.
Oh, Nareth, that was it. Yeah,
Don't you
okay,
have it up in? Oh yeah, you guys have
He's
only
not
one
very
screen.
bright. I respond, "I'm Nareth Althorn."
I whisper to Constant. I don't think this elf is very smart, man. I don't know about this guy.
The truck stops.
Oh, we're here.
The guys in the back with you, they just wait. And the doors open from the outside. It looks like the guy in the passenger seat. He opened the door for you, and he said, he just says, "We're here. Get him out of here." And you can see what looks like a ruined town, and it looks like it's really been savaged. Like the black ooze is all over the place, like you've been expecting. But it also looks like some wacky stuff as okay, maybe that's a weird way of explaining it, but it looks like something big has ran through the town.
All right. Did they take Alex's manacles off, or am I gonna have to break them off?
They haven't done anything yet.
Oh, we're just looking around. Okay.
Yes. I'm assuming you just hop out right away.
Yeah, just hop out right away. And I ask if I can finally be set free.
Um, they go, "Yep, you're here," and they first they open the cage and drag you out. You have both of the guys, lefty and righty, are holding on to each one of your arms as they basically shoo Colgan and his two companions out of the truck. Um, and as they're dismounting with Nareth, um, oh, sorry, had to shift around a bit. As they're dismounting with Nareth, the guy that was in the passenger seat, he just says, "I don't know exactly why you've decided to come here, but good luck. We're getting out of here." And basically, they just drop you off the truck, Alex, and they just take off your manacles, get back in the truck, and leave.
Right before
Unless
they leave, I light one person's hair on fire, just for flight magic, just out of me being petty for them for transporting me. And then I run in the opposite direction so so they can't do anything to me.
they just
I stare at him, very confused at why he would do that to the armed military people.
the guy just pats his head, and then just runs to the truck. He's like, "Let's get out of here," before he goes crazy.
While he's running away, I look at him. I'm like, man, this is gonna be a long trip.
And after that, I also warned Owen that I'm pretty famous due to being one of the only people who was exiled from all Elven land.
You know,
So that
I
I
just
might be
realized.
recognized.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I was just warning Owen, Constantine, and the other guy that I am exiled from all Elven land, so I might be recognized a bit.
Name
Um,
isn't Constantine,
Con-
by the way.
Oh yeah. I also tell him
Rain.
about his name.
Yeah, Rain just says.
Constant.
Rain says, "Well, you won't be recognized by anybody here." And also, I will say, Rain probably did want to ask the guys about like what they know, but you guys were busy going back and forth the entire trip, so he didn't have a chance.
The entire trip, I thought there was a little bit there where we kind of just sitting around because it would be a
You
while
have
to
a
get
point. You do have a point.
Also, me and Alex were talking to each other and occasionally to other people.
Wouldn't Rain just be talking to the drivers while?
Fair point. Rain
You
has
know.
information.
Yeah, he has free will, man.
Also, I ask Owen what's going on.
I don't know.
No, what's going on with this village and everything.
Bad things, probably. I don't know. That's why I'm here.
That's why he's here, actually, because I don't know
To fix
anything.
this. Look around, man.
Constant
right?
Constant leans into towards Nareth, and he goes, "Listen, this kid doesn't know what he's doing half the time. He's just good at killing things."
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Rain goes, "What?"
I was gonna say, ask if we're gonna go into village and do what we're gonna do in the village.
Around.
Rain decides that maybe he should take charge right now, since nobody knows. Constant doesn't really care, and the two player characters have no idea what they're doing.
I figured we'd look around, but okay.
So Rain says, "Okay, hold on, I'll explain." So I talked to those military men, I presume, and they said they're from the country Valence, or the kingdom of Valence. Shit, what was it? One moment, please.
Okay.
Where's Valence? Crap.
By
Valence
the
is
way, my
in.
character canonically knows about Tom and that he's God.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's what he's doing. All right. I don't. The storyline doesn't seem lined up. I don't know. Okay.
The
You know,
Oh
Tom.
yeah, that's right.
Tell me about
Okay.
it.
It's just the country of Valence. Um so the soldiers
Okay.
are from the country of Valence, and they're specifically from that town, which did I name the town? Ah shit. I don't think I named the town. Um Dang it.
Nice work. Was the town Owen started in, or
No.
the town
From
that
the
we just
big
arrived
town
at?
to the northeast. The town
Okay.
the town is called shit. Which
Uh
note?
huh.
Which
What's it
one is
called,
it?
Tom?
Where's my notes file?
Uh huh.
Oh, no, that's Owen's home. Ornaby. Cool. They're from
There's like
Ornaby.
Ornaby. Okay.
Owen's hometown is Holdren. The starting town's name is Limbert. Okay,
What's the town we're
they're
currently in called? Who knows? It's dead.
yeah, they didn't explain that. Um,
Unknown.
so
Okay.
so Rain says those soldiers said they were from the town of Ornaby in the kingdom of Valence, and they have lost communication with this town that we're standing in right now. They didn't say the name of it. Um, they also have had troubles with losing convoys. That's why they sent me out, or that's why I sent myself out, I suppose. And the soldiers, uh, they said that they've found large swaths of land just dead, and well, he gestures around him specifically towards the forest. He says, looking like this. So they're currently trying to figure out what to do, and as one of their first measures, and also to get rid of this guy, he kind of nods his head towards Nareth. um, they they sent him here to just cause damage. Apparently, he causes damage anywhere he goes, in the form of fire, as you have heard. So they're hoping he's going to do some damage, weaken whatever force is here, and I guess they're mustering a larger force eventually to do who knows what. This also, this is a town in the kingdom of Valence. Apparently, it was a border town, I think, but I guess not anymore.
Ask what the town borders.
Oh,
Or what weird
it
border.
crap. These are the wrong notes.
What does the map look like, Tom?
Uh,
You
so
have
many
the entire
notes.
country of Valence planned out, right, Tom?
No.
And all the surrounding nations. Yeah. You better know, Tom.
What the heck? Uh, okay, yeah. It borders the Holy Principality. Wait, was that in character that you asked?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it borders the Holy Principality. This particular area is not a very well. It's not a very clear border. It's all forest. There's a single road that they used for trading, but there's no checkpoints or anything. It's just open. Valence and the Holy Principality generally are relatively friendly.
It is Dieselpunk. Everyone has to hate each other a little, but yeah, that makes sense.
All right, then we want to look around the town, investigate some inside of some of the houses. I figure.
All right. Um,
I
around
don't.
you
I don't
are
investigate inside of how. I don't investigate inside of houses. I instead look for any canisters of flammable liquids or any gas masks I can find.
you
Occasionally, I
see
scour
you're
into
on
the
you're on
window
the main street.
looking in.
You see a few shops. It looks like it's bigger than the town Owen started out in.
Ooh,
Everything looks pretty destroyed. There's nobody around. So
good loot then.
you can check. Are you looking for a particular kind of shop?
For me, I'm looking for anything, any shops that sell gas masks or flammable liquids
First, I want to see
that I
what
can
shops
bring
there
around.
Uh,
Oh, and explosives. I'm also looking for explosives.
I want explosives too, man. What shops are there?
which kind of shop? You know what? How about I ask you, what kind of shop would you expect to see gasoline in, or diesel? Um,
A machinery shop?
I
Maybe?
guess
There would be gas stations, wouldn't there?
Oh, gas station.
Would
Yeah.
there be?
I just look for a gas
the
station.
town is a bit bigger. Yeah, you look for a gas station. There is a single small gas station, um, in in this town.
I could jury rig you a flamethrower, actually.
I asked Owen to make me a flamethrower while I go get canisters of gas at that gas station to carry around.
I'm gonna need a lot of scrap for that, though. Hey, Tom, are there any like gun stores or anything? Anywhere
Have
there
you
be scrap?
actually said this to each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a conversation me and Owen are having.
Yeah, Alex was like, "Hey, I want to get some flammables," and I was like, "Hey, I could make you a flamethrower," and he was like, "All right, cool." I want to look around for scrap. I want to know what stores there are around.
Oh boy. I'm not sure how flamethrowers work. Do they use like a motor? What kind of pump do they? I guess they'd be electric, wouldn't they?
I think it's usually like some kind of pressure in the tank, and then what, like you propel it outwards by just releasing the nozzle and then
Okay.
fire.
So
I
do you head to
specify
the
that
gas
all I need-
station first, or what?
Also, before I go to the gas station, I specify to Owen that I don't need anything to light the flamethrower. I just need something to propel the gas out.
Hmm.
Because I have magic that can just create the spark to light it.
To properly propel it out myself, I think I probably would need some kind of a motor. Huh.
Rain Constant looks bored, and Rain has his head in his hands. Or well, he's basically face palming.
Am I smart enough to figure out how to make a flamethrower, Tom?
He wanders off on his own. He starts looking at things.
I start going to the gas station to get the gas.
Constant
All right.
Constant follows you
excitedly
too.
wander around looking for flamethrower parts to put together.
Okay, so you're splitting up then.
Yes.
Constant follows Owen.
Yay.
Well,
Rain just
Rain-
like sitting in the town disappointed in us.
within the gas station, Rain can find easily. Oh, is that Rain?
What?
It is very cool. There's rain outside. Anyway, um, Alex, whose name I totally remember,
Nareth?
Nareth. Nareth can pretty quickly find a jerry can, and the power's out, so the gas station pumps don't work right now.
I break into him. That's easier said than done, man.
Would they have any sort of non-electric pumps?
I removed the pumps.
He's just ripping apart this gas station, hoping he'll get into their gas.
I just try going into the gas supply and just scooping it out. Using whatever's gas
there's a
I-
manhole cover
oh,
so you
right.
can get into the underground tanks.
Yeah, okay. I go to
Actually,
that,
you
then.
know what? No, they don't have
Okay.
underground tanks. The pumps will work actually. Well, the pumps
Okay.
don't work, but you can get into the tanks. You can open up
I go
the
into
hose.
the tanks and take the gas.
Yes. Okay. Because this kind of gas station is too small to have underground tanks. So the pumps are still electric, but you can still access the gas. And I'm assuming you just run after Owen.
Yeah, then I just I run after Owen, keeping an eye out for any shops that may sell gas masks or explosives.
Which way does Owen head?
I don't know which way has spare parts. I want to know, Tom. Where am I going?
So you've come to a four corners, or you're at a
Mhm.
four corners, let's say, and you can see a fire station in one direction, some sort of shop. You can't. I probably like some weird mix between a machine shop and an auto shop. In another
Ooh.
direction, a police station, heading north, and then south. Rain went south, and it looks like there's an office building or something.
Am I with Owen right now?
You're catching up to Owen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to machine auto shop. I want to see what parts are there.
Okay.
And right as I see the fire station when I'm catching up to Owen, I just go to the fire station to get a gas mask.
Okay.
Thought you just took issue with fire stations in general. All right, what's in the auto shop, Tom?
In the auto shop is a bunch of tools, really. You do see an oxyacetylene torch. There's
What is that?
huh?
What's that? Whatever torch you mentioned?
It has two big tanks, and that are pressurized with oxygen and acetylene. And it's just a torch at the end. So they're both gases, and they're on a dolly.
Mhm.
As for other tanks, I don't think you really see anything. You see a bunch of tools and stuff that you might be able to like extract the motors out of and stuff. You can find hoses and stuff, like other parts around. You'll have to name the parts and I'll tell you if they're there. As for a pump, shoot, are there I mean, I don't know. You can find pumps around. Like the gas station definitely has pumps. And then residential places will have pumps here and there.
Yeah, so then I probably want to go to the gas station and get a pump real quick. Would it be like a diesel-powered pump? A pump? Like
There are
it-
electric pumps in.
guys throwing flamethrower.
There are electric pumps in the gas pumps.
Okay. Yeah, so probably gonna go over there and yoink one of those, and then
Alright.
try to throw together best flamethrower I can.
Okay. I'll say you can use. Oh shoot! How am I gonna? Oh, you describe it. What the heck? Why not? What does your flamethrower look like?
That's a good question, actually. Okay, so I imagine that
Alex would want to carry. Well, no. What tanks do we have? What are the biggest tanks that I can see in the auto shop?
There's the oxyacetylene tanks that are full of pressurized gas.
How
There's
big is it?
probably a
Is it-
propane tank. You could probably use jerry cans if you're going to use it in conjunction with a pump.
Mhm.
There, you can see a motorcycle inside of the shop, but it looks like all of the other, all the other, what's it called? The other vehicles are out on the streets. Um, if you look into the distance, you would see one that looked like it was trying to run.
Mhm.
Um,
So then I'd probably want more like handheld size tank, and then I can have like more gun shaped kind of flamethrower. A bit smaller of one. You need to change out the fuel more often.
okay, so like the kind of tank you would find on a torch, more like.
Yeah, something like that.
You can find one of those easily enough. There's a few
Mhm.
torches in the shop. Uh, they are
Alright.
currently all filled with propane.
Propane. Ooh. Actually, man, but propane though. I don't need propane though. I suppose I have to empty them, don't I?
Um,
Could I
What do you
use?
need?
you try
Could I
using all the
use?
torches. One of them seems like it's just about out of propane. It's
Yeah,
kind of
I use that one.
on its last legs. Okay. uh, shoot. How are you gonna do this? You'll use the rest of the torch. Um, dang it.
Mhm.
Uh, the the pump for the pump for the from the gas station is a bit large for that size of a tank.
Oh, would be, wouldn't it? Hmm. So then I'd probably want a bigger tank. Like if I tried to say adapt the ones from the really big thing you were talking about, and
How
then it would be
honestly, you know what?
backpack.
He is pretty buff. Like oxyacetylene tanks are pretty tall, but he's also buff and 6 foot
Yeah.
6.
I don't really need those, so I can empty one of them out too if he can hold both, but I doubt it.
By this point, did I already find the gas mask and start returning to
Yeah,
Owen? Or
as Owen was tinkering around, Alex goes in. He finds some basically firemen outfits. There's a couple of different kinds of gas masks. One with an oxygen tank, and the whole hose assembly and everything, and then the other that's just a normal gas mask that has a filter.
I take the normal gas mask so I can reserve my back for any flammable materials I have.
Okay, I'll mark that on your possessions thing.
All right.
Which is basically just deleting a couple things. So you went from had a gas mask to have a gas mask. Okay, yeah, you found a gas mask. There's a few other things. You found axes, a chainsaw, um, obviously like a bunch of hoses. There's a fire truck a bit down the street. It looks like it's been torn to pieces,
Ooh.
and you find what might be signs of blood, or they might just be just the more black ooze. It's hard to tell, but you don't
My
see any
character-
bodies still.
My character doesn't really care because my goal's not actually to investigate anything.
I'm not here to help people.
So you just take the
haven't
gas
actually
mask
been-
and that's it.
I just take the gas mask, put it on, then go to wherever Owen went.
Okay.
Oh.
All
right then.
Owen
My
and
character has yet to get motivation to search.
Owen is tinkering while Constant looks on, with some amusement.
I'm like trying to figure out how to adapt this big old tank into a backpack and then to the pump.
Also, as I go and find Owen, I do tell him that I can't do any welding for him, just with fire magic.
Ooh.
By
At this
creating a
point-
small, powerful flame.
At this point, Constant is backing away and praying as Owen tries to take out the valve in the either oxygen or acetylene tank. Which one do you want to remove?
Which one?
Or are you going to try to do both?
Okay, would both be too much for Alex to have? You need to
Oxygen
carry these
is-
around everywhere, by the way.
Oxygen is kind of useful for, fire, but a flamethrower, I don't
Yeah.
think you can really do that much with it unless you want a really big torch.
Well,
But-
like if we keep the oxygen tank around and then there's like another valve that's just a regular valve opens it up in front of the flames so then they're bigger, right? And then the other one we keep as like that. Actually, wait, acetylene? Or would I have
Well-
to empty it out and have it as gas so Alex can actually refill it?
Nareth walks in on Owen staring at the tanks. Then
All right, I ask you, Nareth, do you want the acetylene or do you want the more easily replaceable gas? I don't think it would burn as good. Actually, no, it'd burn pretty good still.
I respond that I want the acetylene, and I can just refill it with oxygen gas or whatever I find along the way.
Would that work? I don't think that would work.
you can't shoot it like a flamethrower. It would be
It
very
doesn't work
short
like-
ranged.
Yeah.
Very short range.
Yeah.
Okay, then I want the oxygen.
What about the oxygen? So, like, empty out the oxygen, have that, and then you have the acetylene tank, and that's where you occasionally find
It's like-
places to refill.
All I need is a way to actually use the gas on my back, or the liquids or flammable stuff on my back. That's the main point of all of this.
Yeah, but then, do you want to, like, keep the acetylene or oxygen? The acetylene wouldn't be very long range. It would probably burn pretty hot. The oxygen can make whatever you have burning burn a lot better, right? Or I could empty both of them. You have a lot more fuel before you need to refill it. What's the plan here? What mix do you want?
Both of them, if I can.
Both of them. What does that mean? Oh, just both
so
of them.
oxygen
gas?
and then some. Oh, both gas.
Yeah.
Which one? Okay, so you just want all of them filled with gas. That makes sense considering the magic.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
fair enough.
So you start to
Wait, what else
help.
would they be filled with?
Well, one of them was filled with oxygen, so I could keep one of them as oxygen, and then you could occasionally turn it on to make your flame burn bigger.
Yeah. It would,
you
since
need to
everything
refill
would
more
burn
often.
way more violently right away, it would go from a long range to an extremely powerful short range flame.
Yeah.
I think I want the long range because the closer range it is, the more powerful my magic. It's easier to use magic at short range than long range.
I
Fair.
suppose. Well, it's not like the
Okay.
oxygen thing is a permanent thing to your flamethrower. It's an
All right, so
extra,
you
like,
have
bonus.
you help Colgan take out the stems, or you help him open up both of the things, and they're just spewing out oxygen and acetylene as Constant prays on the other end of the street,
No welding.
on the other side of the street.
Not welding this room. You understand me? There's a lot of flammable gas. You may not this time.
And
In fact, I think we should probably move across the village real quick. Come to think of it, no, I open up the oxygen tank. Actually, no, just take both of them out and open them somewhere else.
You guys empty it.
Put some forethought into that.
You guys empty both tanks, and you take the pump that you found from the gas station. You basically, I guess you have to cut open the tank to put the pump in the tank. But you put the pump in the tank, you attach hoses to it. You have some like electrical stuff. This is crude, but this is like crude for a dwarf. But Owen is a dwarf, so he knows what he's doing. And I mean, Nareth or Colgan and Nareth. Nareth does have experience with flammable weapons, so he kind of knows what he's doing. But you guys have it where you have the pump hooked up to a battery. The battery has the wires have a switch there, so you can turn it on. And it basically hooks up to a wand that will have the switch on it, and it'll spew out the liquid. So it's basically a big water gun at this point.
Yeah, and that's all it needs to be, because I'm planning on just using any fire magic to light it on fire.
Yep.
All right.
So I'm guessing you guys just fill it up.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay. And you basically just hook it up to a very simple harness. You just rivet some tie straps together and make it into a harness that Nareth can just keep on his back. Now he's got like 150 pounds of gasoline just on his back.
You're gonna have to travel with that. Remember, this is gonna be horrible for your character.
My character has great endurance and is fairly buff, but I also can't do any, close range combat. I'm kind of not that good with that.
You're also a bit weighed down right now.
Yeah. But my character does have enough stamina to where I might not be able to run, but I can walk easily enough with it.
So at this point, Rain is returning from the south side of town. He's saying, "So what have you guys? You've got to be kidding me."
I also start looking for any.
Constant
looking for any fuses I can find.
Looking for any what?
Any fuses, so I can set timed detonations.
Fuses.
Okay.
You have found no fuses.
Okay.
You can check some other shops, but at this point, Rain is looking upset at you.
I passively don't care and check the other shops for fuses.
Okay, Nareth wanders off to find fuses.
I look at him and I'm like, wait, we need to try and test if this black goo is flammable. Fine, we find a small little puddle, see what happens.
Nareth, are you gonna help out with that?
I do help out with that because if you offer any I tell him that if you offer any tests of flame, I'm willing to do it.
Well, the black goo doesn't seem to light easily. Nareth can feel his magic sapping out much more than it should, but it does light up.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, that's not very viable then. Dang. Okay, back to what you were doing, Alex. I suppose I'll follow you, look around.
Remember, Owen, the monster that you fought when he was standing in the fire, it did catch on fire. It just didn't burn particularly well.
Also, Owen, I want to mention, did you forget that you were going to get your weapons blessed?
Yes. I did. Thanks for a reminder. I run off hurriedly back to Constant.
I follow him just out of curiosity for what he's running at.
What do you mean? You thought him turned into
Constant is right there. I'm just going to say that he's been doing that.
Okay. As I see him doing that, I ask him to bless my flamethrower. To make holy flame.
Constant just says, "Man, I'm tired. I've been walking all day."
So I ask if he can bless my flamethrower or not.
Is that a no then?
Fine. Later.
Okay. And then go look for fuses.
Rain walks up and starts talking to Colgan and Constant. He says, "Have you guys found anything?" Constant just says, I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't kill us all." And does Colgan say anything?
Colgan says, "All right, maybe we should find a home base for Constant to set up in while we're gone." Yeah, seems a bit tired.
Constant
Where he can actually rest.
Constant does not look happy at the idea of him being alone in this place. He just says, "Rest sounds like a good idea. We should all rest."
What time is it now?
At this point, it's like 7 o'clock, I think.
All right, fine. We'll set up in whatever house is the most put together still, I guess.
The town hall looks like it's actually pretty. Actually, no, the town hall is destroyed. Let's see. You
Darn.
can find a clothes shop. Well, I'll just say a clothes shop, a tailor shop. That's what it is. That looks pretty well put together still. It looks like it hasn't really taken any damage, so you can go in there. On the way there. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. I was going to plan for when we get there.
Okay. On the way there, Rain starts explaining what he found. He said, "I found a bunch of signs of blood, but no bodies." Trying to think, thinking. I couldn't find any other evidence of anything that happened, really. There's that one car that it looked like it was trying to escape. But this town is bigger than the last one we were in, but it's still too small to really have many vehicles in it at this point. And the car was ripped open, but no bodies still. I looked inside some places and nothing. There's just that black ooze randomly around. I think some of it was blood, but it looks like it's kind of taken over everything. I don't know where anything or anyone is.
Yeah, look at him and I'm like, yeah, we might want to take turns standing guard at night. Actually, just between me and Rain, I think Constant needs his rest. I bet.
Okay.
I'll let Nareth just do whatever the heck he's doing. If he wants to do that, it's his problem.
Nareth searches around a bit, and he can find. He finds basically the same thing that you have at the other town, a general store that has some munitions. It has some fuses in it. It looks like it does carry dynamite, and some other forms of ammo. I guess it
Take the fuse and explosives.
Okay. Do you explain at all where you found it? Actually, does Colgan ask where you found it?
Of course I ask. I don't know where the explosives are.
I tell him that I took everything into stock.
Oh, right.
So,
wait, what time do you get home at, Alex? We went there at like 7, so
it's like
okay,
quarter after.
Okay. I was going to say, if it's like midnight, I'd just be like, all right, your shift now.
okay. And I go to sleep after I get there.
Okay. Rain is sitting there as Constant and Nareth are dead asleep. Owen, I'm assuming, goes to the general store.
Well, if it's 7, yeah, I have time to go to the general store to get a scope of things.
Well, you do find your caliber of ammo, so that's cool.
Ooh. How much do I still need to reload right now?
You have 10 rounds of capacity in the one belt, and this is your inventory.
Yeah.
And 192. So you can take 18 bullets.
Ooh, I take 18 bullets.
Okay, let me refill that. 160 and 200. Cool. You're at full inventory.
Nice.
Speaking of inventory, do I have one?
Alex has an inventory. Oh shoot, yeah, I need to add your stuff.
You can't carry as much as me though. You do have a flamethrower.
So you don't
It's
have
very
any
heavy.
money right now. I guess you could just start looting everything. But
I don't really care about money, so I just don't do anything with that.
possessions.
Full chaos. Okay.
Crude. Crude flamethrower. 6 sticks of dynamite. I'm gonna say TNT. There's no practical difference. It's just that they
Also-
would have TNT.
For the fuse, did I just find like a decent bit of it, Tom? To where I can just time explosives or something?
Have fuse in your pocket all the time.
It's a bundle
Yeah.
of fuses. For practical purposes, it's unlimited.
Yeah, for practical purposes, I just found enough fuse to where, because I'm planning on making timers, for example, setting an explosion off an hour later for certain reasons.
That would probably use all of them.
Yeah. How about a couple minutes?
I mean, fuses. It looks like there's a couple different kinds of fuses, but like an hour is a long time. A couple minutes is fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think I want to use my small cans to make more grenades and some of Alex's fuse.
Okay. So while you're holed up in the tailor shop, you find your ammo, and you find a bunch more gunpowder. That was for reloading. So you take all of that. You can use some of Alex's or Nareth's fuses, and make 8 small home. I'm just gonna say can explosives. There. Nareth welds it for you. You drill a hole with your the tools on your person. Shove the fuse in there and all that. And now you have 8 small explosives. Nareth has his flammable stuff and his gas mask. You're basically good to go to sleep as far as I know, unless you want to do something else.
About like 5 seconds or something. Don't need to be long.
Yeah. Ask him how long he wants until the explosives explode, because my character is an expert at just explosives, kind of. My character is good at timing fuses and stuff.
Well,
So you guys are good, basically.
I don't want to throw them back or anything.
Okay.
Okay. You spend the night?
Yeah, that was probably bedtime after all that.
I go back to bed after Owen woke me up.
All right. Well, I think Rain is going to want. You know what? Rain is going to take the first shift. It's probably just going to be Colgan and Rain, because I'm assuming Nareth is not going to care.
See what happens when we try shaking him up in the middle of the night, I suppose.
Okay. Well,
That's after
Rain
my
is
shift.
not very optimistic, let's say, but he takes the first shift on watch, and it goes by smoothly. Owen has more dreams of decay and twisted wildlife and skulls and all that sort of thing. He's kind of getting used to it by now. It doesn't there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of meaning in there. Um,
Sure,
actually,
there's nothing to worry about there.
except for right towards the end, he can he actually has a body in this dream. It's not just visions. He's standing in a meadow, um, and all of the grass has turned black and goo is seeping up his legs as he starts to sink, and he can see an emaciated deer head in front of him, saying, um, saying, "Be consumed, return to nature."
Try to beat the
And
deer head with a stick.
you can't move.
I struggle violently.
He says, "All things in this world must die. It's the natural way."
I say you first.
The decay will never end. You must accept it. Join it.
I laugh at him.
Your head goes under.
Oh, I need to breathe.
Do you try to do anything? What's your mentality at this moment?
Mildly concerned, mostly because of the head going under thing. That's a scary dream right there. I wake up gasping.
Well, you haven't woken up yet. You're
Oh, I
under.
don't.
You feel like you're drowning. You can feel your throat burning, and it feels like
Oh,
your
and I
teeth
try to
are
wake
rotting.
up.
Your eyes are burning out. What is your mentality?
I need to stop dreaming.
No, that's not what I
I've had
meant.
I've had dreams like this in
How do
real
you
life, Tom. This is literally how I react. I
how
need
do
to
you
stop dreaming.
how do you feel? What are you thinking about this that deer head? Um,
Oh, what am I thinking about? Okay. Well, I'm thinking about the deer head is that there's definitely I don't know, mostly that it is a very targeted problem that I can probably solve
he
then.
says you must accept accept it and be consumed by decay. You sounded like you were responding with a lot of attitude, but now that you're under, your head is under, how are you trying to respond? At this point you don't know you're in a dream.
I don't know. Oh, then I'm just panicking. Right now
Okay.
I'm terrified of trying to swim upwards.
Okay, you wake up.
All right.
Rain is shaking you. Um, he says it's your turn.
All right. And then after my turn, I'm going to try and force it to be Alex's turn.
Are you just you woke up in a cold sweat, but do you say anything? Do you respond in any way?
No, I'm just like, okay, and then I sit there quietly thinking about what the heck just happened.
The
And it's
wounds on your
screwing me over in
side
my dream.
are burning, and you feel them pulsing as you sit in the dark and wait. But your watch also ends uneventfully.
Okay, so you're trying to wake me up.
Yeah, I suppose I try to wake Alex up, and then I just roll around
Do
pretending
you
like I
kick me?
can sleep after that.
Wait, okay, no. You try to wake me up. As you try to wake me up, I half sleepily launch a weak fireball in a random direction and just go back to sleep.
Excuse you.
The wall
I
catches fire.
slap him in a fence and then go back to my post.
The wall
I like
catches
it.
fire.
What? Oh, the wall catches fire? And I go back to
Yes.
bed.
What does Colgan do?
I tell everyone to get up. There's a fire.
I stay asleep.
I get
Rain-
out of the building with everyone else and my things.
No, Rain just he opens his
weak
eyes because
fireball.
he opens
just-
his eyes since he just laid down. He sighs, walks towards the fire, bats it out, and then goes back to sleep.
My character does not like being woken up from his sleep, so and they're also a decently heavy sleeper.
I guess.
Oh
I keep
yeah,
sitting.
Sorry, got the timing wrong. Rain stumbles up since he's just been woken up, and puts out the fire and then goes back to sleep. But yeah, that's it.
Alright.
So does Colgan stay watch? Then
Yeah, I just like shed a single tear. This is very humbling.
After about an hour, Constant wakes up naturally. Since he's old, he gets up really early, and he just says, "Oh, I can take it from here. You get a few hours of sleep before we set out."
as I wake up in the morning, I do ask Colgan why there's a scorch mark on the wall.
I slap you.
I'm confused as to why you slapped me, due to the fact that my character does not remember what he did half asleep.
You can't reach. You just slap his chest.
I'd say you bastard, and then I walk away.
Ask the other two why he did that.
Rain just says, "Don't worry about it."
Alright. Back to looking around the town for now.
Also, as I found everything I need, I asked them what I should do or if I can help with anything.
Well, I guess Rain is still the leader. Holy cow! Rain is just like, I want to move out. I want to get out of here. Let's keep heading north.
Okay, so we're leaving the town?
Yeah, the town doesn't have a road north, but there are trails and stuff.
Okay.
Alright.
Then, as we cross the gas station when leaving, I will set a fuse for like 10 minutes and tell them that I did that and to run out of the town. I set a fuse to connect to the gas. I like burning stuff. I wanted to see the town go in flames.
Constant and Rain look harassed.
I tell them to run because the fuse has been set.
I'm gonna shoot this elf.
They walk.
I'm muttering
As you're just leaving the town,
the entire way.
you see a big plume of smoke coming from the gas station. It's probably gonna grow, but honestly, it doesn't seem like anybody particularly cares.
I stay behind slightly to watch.
Colgan seems to care.
I gotta move, man.
I stay
They
to
leave
watch
you
for like
behind.
for a couple minutes. I'll catch up. I tell them I'll catch up
Yeah.
and stay to watch the town
Yep.
burn.
So you're traveling through very blighted forest at this point, and at one point you find an area that there's a large swath of land that's just plains, but you make your way back into forest, and you go for a few hours. It's about noon by the time you find something, and it looks like the ruins of the ruins of castle. Oh crap, I need to look at my notes. Oh dang it. Future plans. Da-da, da-da,
Yeah. Okay. Understood.
Black stuff.
Of course.
Actually, I can read this. Further north is a town within Valence that has been completely taken over by the Black Stuff, which has taken a massive swath of land leaving it a dark blot on the land. There's another town within the principality. Principality? Did I make it a principality? Northeast? That should be northwest. What the heck?
Also, by the time they reached the castle, I think I would have caught up already from being left behind. I'm mildly
yeah,
winded.
absolutely.
Oh, you're definitely winded. You're carrying the most weight out of all of us.
Yeah, but I'm also
You're
the buffest out
looking
of all.
a touch fatigued by the time you reach the castle, but there is life at the castle. I just need to look through my notes a little bit more.
Before entering the castle, I ask Constance to bless
Yes.
my weapon.
Here it is.
Oh, didn't he do that earlier in town?
Did he?
Oh, wait, no, he was tired.
I asked Constance to bless my weapon.
We're
Oh,
still
dang it.
moving.
Oh,
did you just do that in
were
the
those
town?
in the other? Were those in the other
Oh.
notes?
I think Tom is struggling. We try to keep up your
yes.
pace, and your pace is too good for Tom to even figure out what the heck's going on next.
Okay, yeah. Did I give him a name?
We've gone too far north. That part of the world hasn't loaded in yet.
Okay, there we go. That guy has a name.
Also, Tom.
Okay.
I asked
Yep.
I asked Constance to bless my weapon. To
Um.
bless my front door.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just like rolls his eyes and walks away.
Yeah, he does just roll his eyes and walk away. It'll have to be
Can I
blessed sometime later.
Right, okay, I was gonna say, I tried convincing him to do it because Holy Fire might do good against the black stuff.
Constance says, "You have a point, but I'm not doing that while walking."
Didn't we already arrive at the castle?
You'll have to have done that before you arrive at the castle, let's just say.
Oh, okay.
So, so, do you respond to him? Because he says, "I'm not doing that while walking." Do you respond in any way?
I have responded with an okay, while looking slightly sad.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go pee again. My drink makes me very needing to pee. Also, I'm going to quickly load in a few things into my brain about the castle. I have the general idea, but you know. So
All
yeah,
right.
I'll be back in a minute.
I guess we can just talk. I'm just gonna edit this out anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, how do you like my character so far?
It's going to make things... No, it's going to make anything but the fights a lot harder, I bet.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna say me launching random fire spells while asleep, only if I'm disturbed. By the way, might be might be pretty consistent. Either way, I don't like getting woken up. I'm a deep sleeper.
You lit a house on fire.
Only a bit of a scorch mark was left behind.
It's okay to blow up that village, but like, I thought we were going to explore around, like look a bit more or something. We didn't even see what the police station was about.
Oh yeah, Jan just left, and we didn't leave because of me, Owen.
We didn't?
No, you just had. You said you were gonna. I blew it up because you were leaving.
Oh yeah.
You've got. I'm assuming you're
Right, I
pretty
forgot
annoyed
about
at me for kind of saying that you have 10 minutes to leave, or else it blows up.
Yeah, that too.
But that's just quickening the leaving, not causing it. It was a beautiful fire, though.
I'm
Like,
amazed that the others let you go and set up
also,
that.
I will
fuse.
say, while my character watches fire zone, he does have a bit of a childlike innocence to him. Because he just really likes fire. He finds it beautiful.
Okay. I am back.
He's black.
All right.
Also, am I gonna add a stick figure of me into this?
You can make one if you want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
How?
I haven't
I'll
actually
get
looked at Discord in a while.
So,
Oh yeah, it's still. Wait.
the
Why
tree
is
can
it
draw.
not? Why is there?
So I can?
What the heck is
To
this?
just this?
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on a second. This
I'll
can
just
be
use
closed.
black. Can I make the thickness a bit bigger?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, and everything else is still recording just fine. Okay, neat.
Oh. I'm not good at drawing.
I just keep drawing like.
Trust me, it does not matter.
That's my character.
Cool.
Maybe make him slightly smaller, if you can. Okay, a bit bigger than that. He has to be the tallest of the group, obviously. He's 6'6" or something. That's
Okay.
better. I don't care about the detail.
What?
So,
I'm the big one.
the castle, you haven't actually seen anything, like no signs of life really as you've been walking by. It's actually been a touch strange, although neither of you seem to really notice. But around the castle, there's actually a lot of movement. There's blighted dogs and deer and a few bears just wandering around. You can see the castle itself from the distance. It looks kind of like one of those late medieval castles that don't. There's no wall or anything. It's just basically a big stone box. It looks like it's not in great shape, but it's being used currently. You can see smoke coming out of chimneys. You can see the tops of what look like stables and a couple other buildings. The stables are the closest to you.
All right.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna want to prepare to see what's in there. Like I'd want to set up a good perch from where the best would be to shoot at them. Right. And then where do you fit into the plan? You and Rain. Rain does what he wants usually, but
Where do I fit in? We're currently stopped right now, right?
yeah, we're figuring this out right now.
Okay.
Let me reiterate. There's a lot of stuff around.
Okay.
Like you can see gray little bunnies with patches of fur still stuck on, hopping around, and like everything from miles around seems to have been concentrated here.
Okay. I suggest burning it.
You'd be pretty good for that. I was also thinking that we could set up like a bit of a minefield and then hopefully lead them into it.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna suggest creating an explosion to hopefully gather them to it, then setting off another explosion afterwards to blow them all up.
I don't know how well that would work.
Or an explosion to scare them all away.
They'd hear the explosion and then they'd all start wandering around trying to find us. So
at this point, I think Rain is probably going to say, if you two idiots do anything, I will kill you myself. And Constant just says, please don't make noise.
Fine. What does Rain think we should do then? Clearly, he knows.
Rain says, um, Rain says, I feel like we should probably employ some sort of stealth at this point. Yeah, so Rain is vehemently asking that you don't do anything. He wants to check it out stealthily. And he says, I think we should be fine to get a bit closer if we just don't do anything stupid. What the heck? Did you just delete everything? What just
No.
happened?
No.
What
We still see it.
what on earth? What was that? That was weird. Okay,
Huh.
never mind. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized that this hasn't. None of this has been recording. Or no, not that. Hold on. Say something.
What?
Okay, yeah.
Hello?
None of the visuals have been recording. That's fine though.
Oh. No, not much has happened.
You can edit that in later.
Well, not if it wasn't recorded.
It
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I
just
can figure
record
it
it. You can just figure out how to add different visuals to it.
Yeah.
there we go. Okay, you're fine.
All right. Everything good?
Hold on. What the heck?
Everything is not good then.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're good.
Well, I figure we'll be looking around for openings to sneak in then.
Rain says, "Are either of you guys good at climbing trees?" I want to get.
Not me.
Okay, I'm gonna do it myself.
I say that I can,
You. I guess you are
but I
an
have
elf.
to take off my weight. I'll take off the flamethrower first.
You're not climbing with that on you.
So you guys get a little bit closer, and what was it? What was your name?
Nareth?
Nareth climbs a tree, and
Yeah, I'm
he
an
can
elf. I'm
see.
good at that.
He can see into the clearing because you guys were in. You guys were in like a meadow sort of thing, but the castle has been consumed by forest for the most part, and there's a bunch of trees before the castle and like an opening. You can see it right here, where there's kind of just vaguely trees blocking most of the directions, so you can see. You climb a tall tree and you can see into the clearing that the castle is in, and you do actually have pretty good eyes, so you can see that while there's a bunch of those blighted creatures roaming around, and you're kind of dangerously close to some of them, but none of them seem to have particularly good senses, so you don't feel like you're really in danger. There's actually a few normal looking people and just wandering around, doing random chores. It looks like it's very strange, but they're there, and in the stable it looks like they're feeding something in the stable, and they're taking care of some gray looking creatures. They're chopping stuff up. They're clearing out some more forest for firewood or something.
All right, I'm gonna need to talk to Rain about this. I'm thinking I'm gonna say to him,
Well,
all right,
Nareth
we need
sees
to
this.
one of these guys.
Does he? Do you just tell everybody exactly what you saw?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk to Rain. I'm like, all right, we need to abduct one of these guys, figure out what's going on.
Well, that
Was my-
might be difficult. I might be able to do it. Neither one of you guys are very good at this.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Like we're
Could we-
pretty well armed. If we get close enough to one of them, we could get them out. But it would be it's about getting in first and then figuring it out.
There's a lot of like animals and but Rain does not say like that was me. There's a lot of animals and stuff.
I mean,
Just
besides being
around
big,
here.
my character is pretty good in forests because he did grow up in them at being an elf.
Yeah, Rain just assumes you're basically Big Colgan at this point.
Yeah, but I do still have a pretty good amount of knowledge involving forests and
Oh,
navigating
Do-
them
does
because they did
Nareth
spend.
have an
yeah.
idea?
Any plans near it?
I don't have an. I basically said that if we do sneak in them, then I'm a good choice. Just taking off my stuff. The only problem being that I'm big.
Maybe I could give you my hammer or something. I'm not very sneaky.
If you,
Your hammer isn't
offer-
very sneaky either.
I was
Well,
gonna
I
say,
can turn it off. It's like
That
get
is
all
true.
of the diesel parts out of
Okay.
it, and it's just a
Oh,
hammer.
I do tell. I respond to him offering the hammer with the fact that I don't know how to use any weapons in close combat.
That's a good point. Okay,
Rain,
well,
Oh,
Rain
sorry.
has guns, so he has weapons at the very least to
He also
I
has
do
a
have fire
sword.
magic,
to scare
though.
people with,
I do have
and
fire.
a sword.
I do have fire magic, so I can do close range fire blast.
Not the best of ideas, but it's enough to scare some civilian into coming along quietly if you have to.
I do warn him that my attacks are powerful, but also loud.
Rain pulls out a dagger from under his cloak and he says, "You know how to stab things at least, don't you?"
Do you?
I say I'm good enough to threaten them and injure them a bit.
I will do the talking.
Alright, well, me and Constant are sticking back. We're not the stealthy guys.
Okay,
Yes, please.
then are me and
please
Rain?
do.
Are me and Rain going in then?
Yeah, Nareth, you're
Alright.
with me.
Okay.
You know the forest stuff. That's what you said anyway. So you can lead the way, get us to the person, and I'll take care of him.
Okay. Then we start. Okay. Then we start walking. First of all, I take off my stuff again, and then we start walking with me being deceptively quiet on the fourth
Which way do you
floor.
walk?
Walk. Aren't we going towards the castle, or isn't that the idea?
Okay, so
There
you're
are-
right here then. And
Where-
these
oh, yeah,
guys
we're
are
right there.
back there.
Yeah, there's a clearing on the way into it, so you are going to need to figure that out.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So the force
Oh,
stops
shit.
approaching the castle.
Um,
Then. Or how close? First of all,
Yeah,
I'm assuming we go to the
these
closest
are-
part of the forest
green
to the
lines
castle.
are the boundary of the forest. You go as close as you can. Well, I mean, there are animals and stuff around here. There
Yeah,
are
but
animals and stuff about everywhere.
Yeah,
So-
but going with my knowledge of the forest, I do manage to avoid the animals.
Okay.
I'm pretty, or I should be able to.
Rain skewers a bunny or two, but they die quietly, and other animals behind you do seem to they do find it and they start tearing the bunnies apart. It attracts a fair few animals behind you and clears out the woods a little bit. Also, by the way, I just made that up. That wasn't me trying to help you. I just thought of a few consequences and stuff.
Me and Constant are sweating back there just watching the group of them converge.
Are
Okay,
you going
so-
to do anything while you wait, Owen?
No, I'm just gonna set up a gunpoint and keep my eyes peeled. Really, not
Uh,
much to do to help.
You set it up on a fallen log that's a little bit less covered in goo.
Makes
Nareth?
sense.
For the clearing, I more go towards what Rain wants to do with that, because I don't really know I don't know exactly what to do in the clearing.
He says, "Let's go around the west end and
Okay.
see if we can catch one of those guys in or around the buildings."
Okay, yeah. Do we find anyone near the west end?
So you can do, and then you across
Yeah.
where the trees are, trees split. Nobody seems to be looking at you. They're working pretty hard, and you around in the forest, and you're standing here on the edge.
Okay. Is
There's
there anyone near the edge of the forest?
So the furthest north one is a warehouse. The other building seems to be slightly residential mixed with like kitchen and that sort of thing. It seems to be more or less for servants, or it seems to have been. It looks like there's a couple people around there, and then the furthest south, is workshops, and that seems to be where most of the people you can find are.
Okay. But do we...
The,
Yeah, okay. Is there anyone near where we are, though?
There is it looks like behind that middle building there's a big heap of garbage, like food waste and stuff. Although
people?
there
I've been asking you
there's
about
people that
though.
I'm getting to it.
Explain where you are.
Okay.
Every now and again somebody comes back and throws out uh, some food scraps, some bones and chunks of meat, and various other trash. Throws it on the pile. There's a bunny, and 2 deer. What the heck? It did it again. Oh, it's just reconnecting. I see. Yeah. There's a bunny and 2 deer chomping on the food scraps.
Okay, how big is the pile?
It's about a meter across, like 3 feet high, and it's piled up against the wall, which is probably a bad idea, but nobody seems to care. And like it's it's a decent sized pile of trash.
Okay. Is it big enough for me to hide behind without anybody seeing me, or no?
I mean, the animals will see you.
Will... Okay, how reactive did you say these animals are? Like the ones in the forest, for example?
They look the same as the ones in the forest.
Yeah, how reactive are those, though, to whatever I was doing in the forest?
They didn't seem to see you. They don't seem to have particularly good senses.
Okay.
I
ask Rain if he can wait behind the trash pile and ambush somebody and just threaten them to come over to where I am.
What about those animals?
The animals, I suggest he moves slowly and doesn't interact with them. Just trying to sneak, just trying to not get their attention.
Maybe I should have came with.
Ask Rain if he thinks that the animals are unresponsive enough for that to work.
Well, they're feet away from the people throwing stuff on the trash pile. I don't think we'll be able to get the person without alerting the animals, and the animals are going to attack right away.
Okay.
It is weird that they're not attacking the person.
Okay, what animals are there?
There was a bunny and 2 deer.
Okay.
Bit of advice, I don't think you could deal with them quietly,
Yeah.
so maybe you could try and distract them.
Okay, yeah. I suggest to Rain that we think of a distraction for the animals and then get the next person that goes to the garbage pile.
Rain thinks for a little bit and then says, "Wait here," and he wanders off and skewers another bunny. He just sneaks up to it, stabs it with his sword, and just uses his sword to carry it there, or to carry it back, and then he just he uses his dagger to cut off one of the legs, and he chucks it out in the middle between the tree line and the building. The animals immediately notice the leg and head towards it, and then he just chucks the bunny south towards the other building. Or actually, he chucks the bunny, let's say, in between the buildings, and then they just follow along. They see it and they just dumbly follow along in between the buildings.
Okay. And is there nobody else around besides the animals?
No, the animals are the only ones.
Okay. Then, because I'm too big to properly hide behind a pile, I suggest to Rain to go do that and threaten the next person that comes to not speak.
Make him do trash duty, huh? Elves are sneaky, aren't they?
I'm 6'6".
Fair enough.
I'm too big to hide behind a pile.
Rain nods his head and says, "Got it." He walks behind the trash pile and waits. Fortunately, somebody comes out pretty quickly, and Rain points his gun at the guy, and you can't hear what he's saying, but the guy puts his hands up and starts walking towards the tree line.
Okay.
Although you can see the animals are finishing off with the bunny, and they're starting to walk back.
Okay, then when Rain and the guy reach me, what I'm gonna do is put one hand over the guy's mouth and then, or just pick up the guy, then just start stealthily trying to go away from the place with the guy. And Rain following.
The animals are returning. Rain's not going to make it to the tree line himself.
Rain can't make it in time to the tree line, and I'm assuming you do, dude.
Yeah. You're going to have to do something about it.
I'm gonna have to do something about it. So the animals are currently approaching.
Yes. They are. You can see them. They won't be able to see him around the corner yet, but they are finishing off. The bunny is in the lead, and it's jumping its way back.
Are there any rabbits near me right now, or no?
No.
No? Okay. I launched a small fireball to where they were. Just further into the corner. Into the little alley they're in.
They turn their heads and stare at it.
Yeah, that was behind them from where they were returning from.
The fireball does hit a splotch of black, and it does light on fire slightly, and they sit there staring at it for a while, although a couple people also see the fire.
Yeah, it was a weak fireball, so
Rain is able to make it to the tree line.
Okay. A random fire starting is better than them knowing that somebody broke in.
Yeah.
So then we just go back to Owen with the dude. If the dude tries talking, I put my hand over his mouth.
I don't know if straight back is the wisest way. They might want to go roundabout, but that works.
Well, going back the stealthy way, obviously, but...
You can make your way back.
Yeah. We go back.
Okay.
All right.
I look at Rain
Um.
and say, "Let me guess. He made you do everything."
No, you don't know me well enough for that.
Nah.
I've
No, he
seen like
helped.
the way you is. Okay.
Couldn't do it without him.
Yeah, because I did actually do a smart diversion.
Yeah, you did.
And and did you really want me to hide behind the 3 foot tall pile of trash that's 6'6"?
I was hoping that I'd subtly convince you to hide in it. Actually,
I was thinking about it, but if it was taller, I might have tried, but it was too short, unfortunately.
you can crouch, man. Your knees work.
Yeah, I just thought that I'd probably stick through.
Okay, well,
Anyways.
you've got the guy.
Do we start questioning him?
Yeah, we're gonna want to start questioning him. You like let his mouth go, and then we ask, "Why aren't the animals attacking you?"
They can't. They're not allowed to
Why aren't they allowed to?
because they're being controlled not to.
By who?
The wizard.
What wizard?
The wizard. I don't know. He's a wizard
Where's the wizard?
in the castle.
Ask what type of magic he has.
Wizard magic.
Ask how he's controlling the animals.
Wizard magic.
Ask if he knows what that wizard magic does in particular.
Controls the animals.
Maybe I should ask the question.
Ask if he does anything else besides control the animals.
Like what?
Just anything. What does he do?
Don't think this guy knows what he can do. I gotta be honest. Why are you working for the wizard? That's what I ask him.
He pays good. Yeah, what? We're not working for. I'm not working for the wizard, but he's the boss right now.
Do you know what the wizard is doing?
He's making an army or something. The monsters. He's controlling the monsters. He's making new ones.
What the new monsters are and what types of monsters there are.
There's ones that kind of look like people, and there's a couple big blob things and bears, but they stand up like people. And they don't have fur. They kind of look like the ones outside, except more like a person. Oh geez, I'm gonna have to think about what they can do. I just made that up. There's one that looks like a big spider.
Uh-oh.
And I heard there's other stuff inside, but I haven't seen it. I try to stay outside.
Ask him if he knows how many there are.
A lot. There's two big flesh things. I don't know how many of those ones that kind of look like people there are. They come from outside, and they don't seem to talk. They just come into the kitchen and eat stuff. The spider thing, I think there's only one. I don't know where it usually is. It's kind of just you see it out in the corner of your eye every once in a while.
All right, I want to ask him, how do you think we could get into the castle?
Into the castle? I have no idea. There's monsters everywhere. There's my coworkers, I guess. There's other mercenaries all over the place. I don't know how you would get into the castle. I don't want to get into the castle. I've never thought about it.
Ask him if he's ever seen the wizard and how long the wizard's been in control of the castle.
How long is the wizard's beard?
a couple months long. Uh,
Very good to know.
He kind of just stays in the castle. He he just controls the monsters.
Have you ever seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times.
What does he look like?
He's got he's very wrinkly. He's got gray hair, long robes. They're they're I think they used to be blue. They're more like gray now. Um, he usually stays inside of the castle. He's got he has a bunch of people inside of the castle. Um, they usually stay upstairs, I think.
Hmm. Ask if Rain or Constant have any questions for him.
Where do you get your supplies from?
What?
Oh, wait. I'm supposed to
I
answer
said
that.
I ask Rain or Constant if they have any questions for the guy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I was the guy.
Yeah, like
Rain
where
asks.
you get your supplies from, and you were like waiting for one of us to explain where. I don't know, man.
Right. That was a total brain fart. Rain asks, "Where do you get your supplies from?" And he says, "Their carriages arrive every once in a while. They come from the west, I think." And Rain asks, "What kind of people are inside?" And he goes, "It's like servant people and a bunch of women, I think." Um, that's all I know. And then he asks, "If the wizard isn't your boss, then who really is?" And he goes, oh shit, I didn't come up with a name for him. That doesn't matter. It's another man. He just looks like a guy. Uh, he just he hired us and told us to stay in the castle. Um, we just defend the place and make food, firewood, uh, take care of the equipment. That's all I know.
I ask if everybody that came to the castle, everybody that comes to the castle in carriages also leave.
New people come in sometimes, but mostly it's um, just people bringing things in and out.
Okay. I'm mainly asking if, for example, you think if there's any chance that the women you mentioned in the carriages are getting sacrificed, anybody's getting sacrificed by the wizard.
Oh, do you ask this to the guy?
You ask if I guess ask stuff about sacrifices, like if anybody's randomly disappearing or if anybody randomly went missing or if he just knows that the wizard's doing evil stuff.
I don't think so. I there were a bunch of people from a town that came in. They got uh, they went into the building, into the castle, and I haven't seen them since. There's a lot of food that goes into the castle. I don't know anything besides that.
I tell Constant and Rain and Colgan that I suspect that sacrifices are happening to create the people-looking monsters. That they
Mm,
were actual people at some point.
Possibly so. Question is, how do we get in then? Always going with one of the caravans, but then that would kind of limit us with how much we could fight the people inside if we don't deal with everything outside. When we start a fire?
I do heavily agree with the plan of creating a massive diversion by creating an explosion to hopefully divert people from us.
Rain says it
Breaking
sounds
in?
like there's a lot of enemies inside of the castle too. By the sounds of it,
Yeah.
it's absolutely chocked full of people.
I ask Constance
unless
to
we,
bless my weapons before going in.
Constant starts blessing your weapons. He has nothing better
We're
to
not
do
gonna
right now.
just go in. We're gonna need a good plan for this.
Yeah, I know.
one.
That's what I mean. Holy fired help.
Yeah.
um, Rain Rain says it sounds like there's a lot of enemies. I don't think we can handle them ourselves.
We could always try and pick off some of the stragglers on the outside and like slowly move our way in, but eventually someone would come out and do something about it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. There's no real point in picking off anybody, and it will probably make too much noise.
Okay. Then I suggest
I
that we ask when the next caravan might come, and just if we find out when, then we should ambush the next one to ask them if they might know anything, because they're more directly involved with the castle.
Good idea. When's the next caravan coming? And the man says, uh, uh, uh they arrive weekly, I think. You've got a few days.
Few days.
Okay.
Oh, what do we do with that much time then?
I suggest that we just kind of do more searches just safely, I guess, around the castle. Like for example, me going on to climbing trees just around the castle to look at the castle from separate angles.
Scout it out better?
Yeah. Tom?
I think that was Mike's fine.
Rain says that sounds like a good idea. He wants to see more about what's inside of the castle. He mentions that he thinks that all of the actually no, he just asks the guy where all the actual people are being kept, and the guy basically just answers that all of his companions are in that middle building right now. Like that's where they stay. The castle people are separate. Um, so Rain wants to see what else is inside of the castle.
I suppose
So-
we find out if Alex finds anything scouting around the
Yeah.
castle.
While scouting around the castle, I do try, if I ever see a window, I try looking at it for a small bit, just on the tree.
So
See
you
if
can
I can
see
see anything
into
inside.
a couple windows on the lower end and the higher end of the castle.
But not the
And-
middle part?
And the lower no, it's just I'm just splitting it into two. The lower floors seem like they're full of various shapes just milling about. They don't seem to be doing a whole lot of anything. The higher floors, however, you can smell what smells like nice food wafting from them every once in a while. You're pretty far away, but there's some strong stuff. You smell spices and meat cooking and stuff like that. You
I
can
can tell they're from the higher floors.
get you're just guessing.
Yeah. Okay,
Just
yeah.
from what it looks like, because
Have
you
good
can
sense.
smell what
Yeah.
smells like perfume. It looks like the higher floors are decorated pretty well, and you can see a bunch of women hanging around. You see what you're guessing is the wizard, and he's dressed in robes. He's got gray hair. He looks wrinkled and skinny and a bit bedraggled, but he's he looks like he's hanging around all of the women, or a bunch of the women, and he looks like he's having a good time.
Can I tell what type of room he's in? Or no? Like, do I see a bed, for example?
Yeah, it is probably a bedroom. It is higher up.
Okay, that's
after
good
all.
to know. So I suspect
like-
it's a bedroom.
It's a fair sized room. It's got a bunch of stuff, but it looks
Okay.
like it's probably his bedroom.
Okay. Also, with all the knowledge I gain, I do just kind of draw a map of everything and show it to everybody else with just kind of marked spots where I suspect the wizard might be or what I suspect might be in the spots that are marked.
Yeah.
Just some basic knowledge about the castle. Is what I'm saying.
You do that. I'm not going to draw anything myself because
I'm not. No, I mean I don't know what the castle looks like. I'm just saying that is something we have, so we know where the bedroom is and stuff.
Oh yes,
Yeah, you know where the bedroom is.
Roughly where to go.
Yeah.
It's
Basically, it's just so if we break in, then we know where we're going.
the bedroom is facing north.
Okay. On the second floor.
It looks like the fourth floor.
Okay. Then I tell that to everybody else and suggest that if we do break in, then it'd be better to do it during the night. While preferably into his bedroom. Just go straight towards the wizard when he's unprepared.
That's on an upper floor.
Yeah. We could theoretically climb the building.
No, I couldn't. I'm a dwarf.
Oh, yeah. We can make a ladder. We have a couple days to do a bit of woodworking.
Yeah, but how are we going to come in that way? It's being patrolled by a lot of monsters.
Fair enough. Especially during the night, the defense is probably better. I don't know.
Well, at night, I imagine it would be slightly worse. I can see in the dark because dwarf. Ha ha ha.
Shouldn't I also be able to see in the dark? Actually, do elves see in the dark? Yeah, no, elves just have acute senses in general.
Yeah, so you have generally better senses, but I'm specifically good at seeing in the dark.
Okay. Yeah.
I suppose we could just like sit back and wait until nighttime. What are we gonna do with the hostage?
Oh yeah, the hostage.
Rain at this point says, first off, as far as I can remember, those creatures were actually no. Constant says, as far as I can remember, those creatures were nocturnal, or at least some of them. The one we saw, the one Colgan killed the first time, sounds like what this guy was calling the flesh mounds or whatever he said. And
Black goose or whatever? Or
the big
big
fleshy
one?
creatures.
Oh yeah.
Colgan or Constant explains to Nareth basically what it looked like, and I guess I'll explain to you that it was basically just a big pile of flesh. It was pretty big. It was like about 2.5 Colgans high, and it easily weighed
How many
like
meters high would you say
2,000
it probably
pounds.
is?
It's a good foot or two above. Stands a good foot or two above you. It weighs like 2,000, 3,000 pounds.
Okay, so it's like 7 or 8 feet tall.
It's
Or,
on like
8 or 9
it's
feet
on like
tall.
7 legs. It's got random appendages sticking out of its
Oh,
slimy blue fatty flesh.
Also, as he describes it, I get excited at the prospect of burning it. It sounds like a fun thing to burn.
And he said there are 2 of them, and they're the one we fought, well, you fought, was nocturnal. So I don't know how many other things would be nocturnal. Rain looks like Rain explains that he basically wants to report back to Valence.
Oh yeah, it's goalless scouting stuff.
Yeah. He either wants to do that or keep going in deeper into this big area.
I'd say deeper, but first we should wait for the... Oh yeah, these days it was just me scouting. So is the caravan near now? Or...
It depends on how long you've been scouting for.
It takes I was scouting all around the area, so it probably would take a bit.
We're probably
no. It's getting on. It's the same day. It's getting on to dusk.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's a lot of ground I've covered scouting, because I managed to thoroughly scout the entire perimeter, Tom.
I mean, you got there at like 3.
Oh. Yeah. So we've kidnapped a dude, and I thoroughly scouted the perimeter. Honestly, I think we should
Yeah,
just kind of wait.
the dude's just sitting there. Huh?
First of all, I think we should kill the dude.
Rain says we're not killing the dude.
Why?
I don't
We're not
think
killing
we
this
need
man.
to kill the dude.
I want to
It's
bring
not
this
enough-
man back to Valence.
Yeah.
Okay, then we just kind of tie him up.
Do we have enough rations to wait a few days? Even if we did, what would we do after attacking the caravan?
I hunt a deer and I hunt a deer.
That's
It's
not
for
a good
food.
idea. No.
Why?
You probably couldn't eat them, and also the wizard would definitely notice and send out hunting parties to kill us.
No, animals have already died. I think the wizard doesn't care if the deers or rabbits die.
Well, those ones
Rain
were way
and
out.
Constant both do not want to wait for days.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. I was thinking that tomorrow maybe we could set up a distraction on the other end from the door, maybe set up a good fuse so then I can have a bomb go off or Alex starts a fire off in the distance. So then maybe they can investigate and we can move in.
Also,
That's a time limit, but
also, I have a question. How old are Rain, Constant, and Colgan?
I'm like
Colgan
50, I think.
is 40-ish,
40.
which makes him a
roughly.
young man. Let me go to his character sheet.
Still a solid dude, of course, but
he's 40 years old, which is a young adult. It's like 26-ish.
Yeah.
And human years. And Rain looks like he's in his late 20s, early 30s. Constant is like 55.
Okay. Then I tell them to respect their elders, because I'm 125. And that ultimately a couple days isn't a long time to wait.
I look at Rain with a look of get a load of this guy.
I have a lot of experience, just kind of waiting in the woods. A lot of the time I've just kind of been living in the woods.
They both vehemently say, "We are not waiting here around these creatures."
I tell them that I know. I tell them that I know
idea.
everything that's edible around there, so food's not a problem.
It's all dead.
I tell them that there's some good stuff just probably underground or something, or that are there any living plants actually?
No, he points at at a puddle of blight and says, "We've been walking around this stuff for since yesterday."
I tell him that I think enough cooking a deer with holy fire might work.
Food is not the problem.
We have rations. Okay. So what do they think of my distraction idea then? Move a bit away, rest tonight, and then tomorrow we make a distraction to try and move in.
Actually, first I asked the dude when the last caravan came, actually.
It was 3 days ago.
Okay. So around 4 days of wait would be what would be needed. Okay,
Something like that.
Then I agree with Owen's idea.
Okay, but what do Rain and Constant think?
It would be difficult. They could tie up their hostage, maybe. Rain very much wants to keep him alive and get him back to Valence. Well, you're technically in Valence, but
Yeah, leave the hostage behind somewhere safe enough for this one, probably way out of distance from the castle so he doesn't get help. Scream for help.
He knows better than to scream for help. He's very afraid of getting eaten by something while you guys leave him.
Okay.
Alright, good.
We leave him a bit of food as well,
He knows his place.
just so he can survive.
How long are we going to be gone for?
Unknown.
It shouldn't take more than a day.
Fair enough, we can just leave him be.
Just let him sit around.
Constant says he'll wait behind with the guy.
Yeah, I don't think Constant would be much of a help.
I'm
in
assuming
the
Constant
castle.
finished plussing my equipment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you
So does
guys
that
are
mean all fire-
planning,
Okay, I have a question. Does that mean all fire that comes out of my flamethrower now is holy fire?
yeah, it's not particularly strong, but it is.
Yeah, which my normal magic doesn't have holy fire because it doesn't go through the flamethrower, but yeah, no, it's just
So-
stuff. So basically, I can use the flamethrower if I want to do more damage against the.
Rain asks, "Do you have a plan?"
I was just using my dynamite to create a big explosion to draw them near, and then going the other way.
All right. Well, Colgan, you're not very mobile, so you plant the dynamite and then retreat and wait. Take cover, set up your machine gun just in case, and stay there. Nareth, you'll come with me. We'll scale the building once everything is gone, and we'll see what's up in the top floors.
Okay, and for what I'm gonna bring for scaling to build, I tell them that I'm gonna leave my main flamethrower behind because it's not good for scaling a building. But I do bring a couple sticks of dynamite with me as well, just in case. I need to create an explosion to leave.
How many sticks of dynamite did I say you had?
You said I had six. I'm planning on using like 2 of them to create the diversion. I think.
So you give 2, or are you gonna give him an extra?
I give him 2 to. I give 2 to Colgan, and then
Okay,
keep the other 4 for myself.
You give Colgan 2. So Colgan is going to try to sneak around the west end to which building?
Okay, so wait,
Okay,
where
also-
is the entrance to the castle
Before he sneaks, I do.
on this?
Okay, unmentioned. Before he sneaks, I do tell him the best way to use the dynamite to create the biggest explosion from it.
It's dynamite, man. It can't be that hard.
I tell yeah, but I know some tricks make it explode better.
How does that even work?
I don't know. I have 125 years of experience.
Yeah, but you just light it
Exploding
and it
stuff.
goes boom, man. It doesn't go boom bigger
I
if
know
you
the
know
pos-
it better.
I know the better positioning.
Oh, okay.
You can position it so it'll take down part of a building.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose.
Also tell him where to put
Um,
it in case he wants it to create any fires. Or also just instruct him to specific parts of the building that he's gonna go to, because
Which
about that
building?
part.
There's a workshop. There's the main servants area, which the mercenaries are mostly using, and then there's the warehouse.
Okay,
There's
how
also
close
a
is the main
stable.
servants area to the forest?
30-ish feet.
30-ish feet.
Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna be a bit tough.
I suggest the workshop, out of the idea that there might be flammable material, explosive stuff in the workshop that might catch the explosion, making it bigger.
There's gonna be a lot of civilians in the crossfire. Or civilians is relative, actually. So it might be okay.
I tell him that the wizard's doing more damage than the civilians' lives are worth.
What does Rain think? Rain and Constant, they're the moral compasses here.
If I'm
Do
willing
you
to
think it's
sacrifice,
okay to kill a bunch of people?
I'm okay with sacrificing the civilians to make an
The,
explosion.
the mercenaries, of course, it's okay, but like these guys, they're kind of just here.
Rain and Constant are tying up the guy. They're basically leaving the explosion part to you.
Yeah, no, okay, but didn't ask him about that.
If they
that's
think it's okay to blow up
The
some
actual
people.
civilians, the guy said, went into the castle and haven't been seen
Oh.
since.
Okay, so I'm
So he's
blow
one
them
of the
up
only
then.
ones left then. Or-
No, he's a mercenary.
Oh, he
Oh,
was a
he is a
mercenary.
mercenary. Okay.
Oh. Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
that you saw was mercenaries.
Okay, you
Good.
didn't mention that,
And I'll
Tom.
blow them up. I'll blow up
You
the
very
workshop because it looks to be the closest
Wait,
to
Tom.
the.
Did I see any?
forest,
Did I
the
see any
easy one.
flammable stuff in the workshop? Like, did I see anything that might be gunpowder or gas in the workshop?
The workshop opens up only towards the
Oh,
castle,
are there
so
no
you
windows?
could see the big doors
Oh, there are no windows
from
for it then.
afar. It looks like there aren't really any. Are there windows? I guess there can be windows.
Also, is the workshop the opposite side from the wizard's room?
Well, it's kind of more towards the south, and the wizard's room is towards the north.
Okay, so I think that would be a good diversion spot then.
Yeah, the wizard's room is right. It's right here. The window was right here that you saw into.
Okay, yeah. And which building's the workshop? Is it the one the furthest south, or
Yeah,
is
it's the southmost. So within the workshop, you see some metalworking tools. It looks like they have some weapons in there. I don't think there's really many heavy, like there's no heavy arms or anything like that. I don't think there's going to be that many explosives. There might be some gunpowder and some ammunition, but you don't know where that would be.
I still suggest blowing up the weapon shop, just for the fact that actually, what type of warehouse is it? Did I see what type of warehouse that is?
No, it's been closed the whole time.
Okay. Then I suggest the weapon shop in hopes that they can't get their weapons, or it has gunpowder in it to make the explosion
What on
bigger.
earth is going on? Why do I keep hearing Discord messages?
A friend is messaging me.
Oh, and it's possible to turn the
Apparently,
sound
he's
off.
got a lot to say.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. He's done talking now. Or he
Okay.
should be.
okay.
Cool.
Farewell, but he's still typing.
All right. Yeah, so you haven't seen what's in the warehouse.
Okay, then I suggest blowing up the weapon shop because that's the safest one to blow up.
Probably blow up
Alright.
the weapon shop. What are the odds that I could throw it through a window? Like, how far away is it?
I think you would need, from what Tom said, he didn't mention any windows, so I don't think
it's again, it's about 30 feet. They're all about parallel. You could probably Nareth, you would guess, or you would tell him that he could probably be able to get away with running towards the shop, chucking it in, and then running out. Because the only place in the back that people actually go is the garbage pile, and that's a decent ways away. Although it won't do that much damage just exploding in the shop. It'll cause a commotion, but it won't crumble the building or anything like that. You'd have to bury the dynamite under a wall for that.
Okay, then. But it might do more damage if it hits a pile of gunpowder in the explosion. Right?
Maybe.
Or some gunpowder.
You don't know any of that.
Yeah. I suspect there's gunpowder. Actually, did we see it? When we saw it, guys, did any of them have guns? We should have been able to physically see the people. And you said they're mercenaries, so do they have guns?
Yeah, they'll have sidearms and stuff on them, but there's no sentries or anything like that. They seem to pretty much expect to not be bothered.
Okay. So them having sidearms does probably mean that they have an extent of gunpowder in the warehouse, unless they ran out.
Oh, hold on. I mean, there's a decent amount of noise just from you guys moving in the chair, but I heard noise in the background.
Oh, no.
Okay, start again.
Oh, yeah. I was mainly just saying how if they have sidearms, then there's a pretty good chance there is gunpowder in the warehouse. Just for any extra bullets they may need.
Yeah, probably.
Or they might just store the bullets in it. Though they might also store the weaponry in the actual warehouse, but that's too risky to attempt. And plus, even excluding the weapon, it being a weapon manufacturing point or thing, it's also still just in a good place to explode. A bit away from the castle, I'm assuming, and also just the opposite side of where we're breaking in.
Yeah. The middle building is the tallest out of the three, but it's less far south. So there's more to fall down, but it's in a worse position.
Okay.
So the
you've
middle
decided
building-
on
Yeah.
So I am middle building workshop, right?
now
That-
Colgan can decide whether he's gonna just chuck the two dynamites in, or maybe even his own cans.
I could chuck my own
Jeez.
grenade.
So much noise.
Yum, yum.
I'm gonna assume the dynamite would be better than my own homemade grenades, so I'd probably want one of them to be a real good distraction. After that, what would I do? Obviously, I'd run away. I probably wouldn't really want to provoke them too much. Maybe I could wait, see how much they group up in the, like a distance away in the forest. See if I can see how much they group up and if I want to do anything about it.
Okay,
But
so
first
are you
off,
just going to chuck the stuff inside of the building or bury the explosives?
I think I'm just gonna chuck it inside of the building.
You could also
Okay.
try a mixture of both, Owen. Bury one explosive under a wall, then chuck the other one inside. Just have them, have it set off to blow up roughly the same time.
That might work.
Actually, a suggestion is you could chuck one inside of the. You could bury one under the building, set off to explode, then chuck one slightly away from the building, but on the opposite side, Owen. Not further north, but just is the building to the east or west at all, Tom?
Huh?
Oh.
What do you mean? What do you mean is the building to the east or west?
I mean, I was gonna suggest if the building's on one side, I was gonna suggest throwing one stick of dynamite to the building, the other stick of dynamite to a separate area, to kind of to the opposite side of the building, Tom. Basically, two explosions to split up their forces a bit.
I'd rather focus them so they don't
Yeah.
think they're getting attacked from all sides.
Oh, actually, one idea is throw one piece of dynamite in the building, then with the other one buried slightly under the building or under a wall, just have that set to blow up like a minute later. So when they're all gathered at the building, it explodes again.
That's kind of what I was thinking. That might work, but it might be better to just wait a minute to see what they do first.
Yeah.
There's so much
would be
noise in the
better-
background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So are we done this game for today, or just taking a small break?
No, we can be done for today. We're already
Right.
almost 3 hours in.
I'm gonna close the door.
I mean,
It's a lot of background noise.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
currently
call it a
on-
day and finalize, or you guys can execute that plan next time.
Okay.
okay. When's next time?
Plan for it next time.
When I
don't
do
know.
some editing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then bye. Or are you doing an outro?
It's too noisy.
Yeah.
I mean, we can close the door. I'd love to open.
I feel like we're pretty much fine.
Okay.
Unless you have some things to say about the game itself. Because
I
I did
don't.
ask. Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Pretty
Okay.
cut and dry.
Yeah. Owen, what did you think? How did Alex do?
I think you could use a little more creativity, but I think you did well.
What do you mean more creativity?
Well, when you're doing the stealth thing, like half of the problems you just turn to rain and be like, all right, what do we do?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, for the pile, I was thinking about hiding in the pile, but there wasn't really much to do for that.
Yeah, I guess.
I
Yeah.
will as a final thing, I will say none of this is balanced to be a challenge for you. It is all just how it's set up, how the enemy faction has things set up, and that's about it.
Go help load the dishwasher. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. Okay. Anything else to say, or should I go help him?
We'll have to work on making your end quieter next time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that my stuff was interesting enough. It's gonna get interesting, but everything is kind of far apart right now.
Mm-hmm.
That like obviously Valence is planning on doing something. You guys are kind of on your own. You're a forward party. They were expecting Alex's character to wreak havoc, and he's desperately trying to. But since Rain is there, and since you're there to a lesser extent, he's being smart about things right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking of ways you could do good things. Rain wants to just create a diversion and get out of there, go back to Valence and attack with a larger party, but Alex didn't want to do that. So you're gonna try to, I guess, capture the wizard or something.
Yeah, that's
Good
kind
luck
of the
to
goal. If those two are going straight up.
Yeah. Rain is probably gonna live. Alex might die.
What do you mean I might die?
You need to get good, Alex.
Why might I die, Tom?
Because of your gung-ho nature, and also the fact that it's been very thoroughly established that there are many monsters within
Oh,
the
I might die in the castle. Tom?
yes. The upper floors you saw are less populated by monsters and more populated by what
Okay.
look like are
I will say
probably
my
civilians.
character, Tom. There's one thing about my character that might be able to kill lots of monsters, but it would be at a bit of a cost. I feel like that I'm thinking of.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, because I'm gonna say this. Just one plan for my character is if it is in a bad enough situation, then I can just use some very powerful magic at the cost of just more or less being out for a couple of days, just kind of unconscious or something, and
Yeah.
maybe even that. When I say powerful magic, I mean like a firestorm or something.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So I do
Um,
have methods to survive. It's just a bit dangerous.
Yeah. Well, at this point, Rain's a bit out of his depth, so you might find yourself in trouble. We'll see.
I think we're all a
Next
bit out of our
time.
depth. You guys are going to need to literally scale a castle wall and take the wizard hostage first thing, or you're screwed.
Yeah.
Basically. Next time on Dieselpunk Fantasy. So everybody, have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.